Good morning to all of you. Good morning, everyone. Yes, good morning. Let everyone join. So, are the voice and screen clear? All okay? Hmm? Are the voice and screen all okay? Yes. Okay. Fine. Okay. So, what was the last point? Can you tell me? Hmm? Can you tell me what was the last point? Hmm. Example number 11. Okay. Example number 11. Hmm. Okay, we were solving example number 11. Fine, sir. So, let's see what was the example number 11 once again. Example number 11. Fine. So, shall we start now? करूया सुरुवात. शुरू करें. Today we'll solve examples. Okay. We are already prepared for the examples, and today we will solve the examples. Okay. So my army, be ready. Okay. Find out the work done in the given graph and also draw the corresponding temperature volume and the pressure temperature curve. Okay. The task is to find out the work done and the corresponding temperature volume and pressure temperature curve. Okay, so PV graph is given to us. Okay, pressure volume, the graph is something like this, a rectangle given to us. All right, where are the points? Here is the point A, here is the B, C and D is here. So this is clockwise, right? Cycle is clockwise. We know area enclosed inside the pressure volume graph is the work done. If you are given a cyclic process, then we have to calculate the work done by taking the area enclosed inside the diagram. Okay, and not below the curve and above the volume axis. Basically, we have to find out the area enclosed inside the curve. Okay, sir, fine. So that is going to be our work done in the cyclic process. Fine. Here they have written P naught. Here 2 times P naught. Here they have written V naught. Here they have written 2 times V naught. So for this rectangle, to find out the work done in this cyclic process, we can simply write area of this rectangle, that is length into width. What is the length? This marking minus this marking. So 2V0 minus V0, length into width. This marking minus this marking, 2P0 minus P0. So that will be equal to V0 into P0. Now sir, this is going to be a numerical value. Okay. Whenever we find out area, listen to me carefully. See, we are not using any direct formula. Okay. When we use direct formula, we don't have to care about sign of the work done. When we use direct formula, we don't have to care about sign of the work done. But whenever we find out area, we generally find out numerical value. Okay, listen to this carefully. Whenever we find out area, we find out generally numerical value, and then we have to decide whether to write that numerical value positive or negative. So in the given diagram, process, cyclic process is clockwise. So work done should be, tell me, positive or negative? Clockwise. Clockwise process. Work done should be positive or negative? Yes, all of you are giving the correct answer. So it means that we just remember the sign convention. Fine, sir. So, sir, you may write this as plus here or plus here, or no need to write plus also. Or you may write the answer. Generally, people like the sequence P0 first and then V0. Fine. So P0, V0 is our answer. All right, sir. This task is over. Now we are given the pressure volume curve. We are given a pressure volume curve, and we have to draw the pressure temperature curve. We have to draw the pressure temperature curve. Okay, sir. So what is the next task? Draw pressure temperature curve. Draw pressure temperature curve. Okay, so we have to convert the curves. One type of curve will be given to us, and other type of the curve we have to draw. Okay, sir. How to do that? There is one precise method for that. Understand that method. So this total cyclic process can be divided into parts: A to B, B to C, C to D, and D to A. Okay, sir. So write down process AB, BC, then CD, then DA. So this is our cyclic process. This is our cyclic process. Okay, try to understand the method. Then here we will write PV is equal to nRT. Here we will write PV is equal to nRT. Okay, then we have to observe A to B. We have to observe A to B. In the A to B diagram, volume is constant and pressure is increasing. Listen to me carefully. A to B curve, volume is constant and pressure is increasing. So volume is constant and pressure is increasing. Okay, volume is constant. You may draw arrow like this, no problem. Volume is constant, pressure is increasing. Okay, this number of moles and R is not going to change. It is going to be constant. So therefore, these are the arrows for A to B diagram. Try to understand. In A to B diagram, volume is constant and pressure is increasing. Volume is constant and pressure is increasing. So temperature must increase. Temperature must increase. Is that clear? Is that clear? Is this clear? This method. Okay. In the book, this method will not be given to you directly or in the form of chart, but we have to understand the method. Basic fundamental logic lies in this chart. Okay. रिपीट करण्यासारखं काही नाही याच्यामध्ये. नीट लक्ष दे. A to B व्हॉल्यूम कॉन्स्टंट आहे, दिसतंय ना इथं. A to B व्हॉल्यूम कॉन्स्टंट आहे, मग तेच लिहिलेलं आहे. A to B दिसतंय ना इथं, प्रेशर इन्क्रीज होत आहे. सो प्रेशर इन्क्रीज होत आहे. सो लेफ्ट हँड साइड जर इन्क्रीज होत असेल तर राईट हँड साइड पण इन्क्रीज व्हायला पाहिजे. If the left hand side is increasing, right hand side should also increase. Only then equality will be satisfied. So if pressure is increasing, volume is constant, left hand side increasing, so right hand side should also increase. NR is going to be constant. So if pressure is increasing, temperature should also increase. Okay, sir. Now in the process B to C. In the process B to C, we can observe that pressure is constant. In the process B to C, we can see that pressure is constant. So pressure is constant. In the process B to C, volume is increasing. In the process B to C, volume is increasing. In the process B to C, volume is increasing, is equal to as it is. So left hand side is again increasing. So right hand side should also increase. Left hand side is increasing. So right hand side should also increase. Again temperature will increase. Again temperature will increase. Now tell me everyone, is this second point clear to all of you? Let us try to understand the method. Initially it will take time, but once you get it, you will master such kind of examples, and there are a lot of questions which will ask you to do the curve conversion. Okay, pressure volume curve into pressure temperature curve, or temperature volume curve, or volume temperature curve. Fine, sir. Now in the process C to D, what shall I write here? Increase, decrease, constant. I, D, C. C to D, increase, decrease, constant. Pressure, increase, decrease, constant. Correct. So now everyone can see that, sir, in the process C to D, it is very much obvious that the pressure is decreasing. So D, pressure is decreasing. What about volume? C to D, what is the volume? Constant. C to D, what is the volume? Constant. Left hand side is decreasing. Right hand side should also decrease. Only variable on the right hand side is the temperature. N आणि R काय बदलत नाही. So no need to think about that. D to A. Sir, D to A, pressure is constant. D to A, pressure is constant. D to A, pressure is constant. And sir, volume is decreasing. Volume is decreasing. So left hand side is decreasing ultimately. Left hand side is ultimately decreasing. Right hand side should also decrease. Right hand side should also decrease. Okay. Now let us write down the proportionalities. Let us write down the proportionalities. Here you will write pressure proportional to temperature. Pressure directly proportional to temperature. Here you will write volume directly proportional to temperature. Volume directly proportional to temperature. Here you will write pressure directly proportional to temperature. Pressure directly proportional to temperature. And here you will write volume directly proportional to temperature. Volume directly proportional to temperature. So is this entire chart clear to all of you? Because this chart can draw any type of graph you want. This chart can draw any type of remaining two graphs which you want. If one type of graph is given, for that graph, let it be pressure volume graph, let it be pressure temperature graph, let it be temperature volume graph. Just for a given graph, make this chart. This chart will be able to draw other two graphs. This chart will be able to draw other two graphs. Okay. Sometimes there will be direct proportionality and sometimes there might be inverse proportionality as well. Okay. But this chart will be always able to draw the graph. Fine. Now let us draw pressure temperature curve. This is the question. Question is draw pressure temperature curve. So pressure temperature, pressure on the y-axis, pressure on the y-axis, temperature on the x-axis, temperature on the x-axis. So what we have to do is this. See this point A, somewhere we have to assume, this point A in the graph. Okay, sir. Let us assume the point A here. Let us assume the point A here. Okay. At that point A, volume is V0 and pressure is P0. Volume is V0 and pressure is P0. We cannot plot volume in this graph, but we can at least plot pressure in this graph. So let me plot P0 here. At point A, volume is V0 and pressure is P0. So at point A, I cannot plot volume in this graph. So I can at least plot pressure here. So this is my point A. Now, after assuming somewhere at point A, assuming this point A somewhere, what we have to do is to look at the point, look at the curve AB. We have to look at the curve AB. In the curve AB, what is the relation between pressure and temperature? In the curve AB, pressure and temperature are related like this. In the curve AB, pressure and temperature are related like this. This proportionality is y is proportional to x, and the graph is y is equal to mx. Graph is y is equal to mx. Am I right? Graph is y is equal to mx. Am I right? This volume you can take into this denominator. Volume is constant there. So nr upon v constant असणार है. Y equal to mx होणार है. If y is equal to mx, then it is a straight line passing through origin. If y is equal to mx, then it is a straight line passing through origin. Okay. So actually the graph should pass like this. Okay, continuously should pass from origin. We should extend to negative infinity and should extend to positive infinity also, but we should not draw it like this because some finite portion of the graph is to be drawn and not the complete infinite line. Okay, so to draw the finite portion, what we have to do is from point A, we have to observe whether the pressure is increasing or decreasing. So from at point A, we can for the graph AB, we can observe that pressure is increasing temperature increasing, and the graph of y is equal to mx. So that should be like this. The graph should pass through origin if extended backwards. If extended backward, it should pass through origin. If extended backward. But fundamentally here pressure is increasing and temperature is increasing. So pressure increasing, temperature increasing. So this is the actual portion, and this is going to be our point B. We don't have to draw the infinite line, only we have to draw some portion of the graph. So is this clear to all of you? Is this clear to all of you? Curve conversion type of questions. Initially it will take time. I will take sufficient amount of time. I will spend around 10 minutes in this on this question itself. But that will solidify the question and its method. Fine. Now sir, now I am at point B. If I am at point B, I will look at the curve B to C. I will look at the curve B to C. Now in the curve B to C, pressure is constant and temperature increasing. So this is very easy to draw. See, pressure temperature relation. In the curve B to C, pressure is constant and temperature is increasing. So pressure constant, temperature increasing. Very simple curve. Very simple curve. Is that clear? Second curve B to C. Pressure आणि temperature चा विचार करायचा आहे. We have to think of pressure and temperature. Pressure constant, temperature increasing. Pressure constant, temperature increasing. B to C. Next, so now we are at point C, and at C to D, pressure decreasing, temperature decreasing, y proportional to x, y equal to mx. Ultimately again y is equal to mx. Volume is constant. You can take this v in the denominator and you can say y is equal to mx. But sir, pressure decreasing, temperature decreasing, and y equal to mx. Pressure decreasing, temperature decreasing, y equal to mx, or y proportional to x, or pressure proportional to temperature. So straight line passing through origin if extended beyond, but we have to draw only some part. For time being, let me draw it like this. Okay, but on this entire line, our graph should be somewhat like this. Our graph should be somewhat like this. Some portion. Okay, now we will not draw, or we will not decide point D immediately. We will not decide point D immediately, but I know that the graph is going to be like this, because here I can observe that pressure is decreasing and temperature is decreasing and y proportional to x. So y proportional to x, line passing through origin. But it is going to be some part on this line. But we cannot immediately decide the point D. We cannot immediately decide the point D, but we are at least sure about the arrow, because pressure decreasing, this part pressure decreasing, temperature decreasing. Pressure decreasing for this part, pressure decreasing, temperature decreasing. This part pressure decreasing, temperature decreasing. Okay, we cannot immediately decide part D, point D, but at point D if we observe pressure is constant. Now from D to A we can observe that pressure is constant and temperature decreasing. Pressure constant, temperature decreasing. So ultimately graph will be again at point A. Ultimately graph will be again at point A. So if ultimately graph is again going to be at point A and pressure is constant, and point A madna hamara graph, so it is going to be this dotted line. Pressure constant wala graph. Okay, so certainly here we will get the point of intersection, which is point D, and now you can observe that from D to A, we must draw this type of graph where pressure is constant and temperature decreasing. See, for D to A we have pressure constant and temperature decreasing. Pressure constant, temperature decreasing. So this will complete the cycle. This is the standard way or the method to solve or to convert the curves. Is that clear? This method of chart will help you to draw the curve or to decide or choose between the 4 options. Everyone reply me in the chat box. First question, is that clear? Draw pressure temperature curve. Is that clear? This is given. This is to find out. Kela upon find out. Good. Everyone is getting it. That's very good thing. Fine. Now we will do one more thing. Okay. One more thing we will do. Okay. Now let me rub this. Okay. Let me rub this. Now without looking at this graph, we will again look at this graph and we will try to draw volume temperature curve. Now we will try to draw volume temperature curve. Try to understand now. Let us try to draw volume temperature curve. See how it will be done. Here volume, here we will be having temperature, volume and temperature. Point A, we will assume somewhere point A. At point A, pressure is P0, volume is V0. Here we cannot point pressure, but at least we can point plot volume. Let's plot here V0. Let's plot here V0. This is our what? This is our point A. This is our point A. Now, volume and temperature. We have to look at volume and temperature. Volume is constant, temperature is increasing. Volume is constant, temperature is increasing. Volume constant, temperature increasing. This graph. Volume constant, temperature increasing. This graph, this was point A, this will be point B. Done. Volume constant, temperature increasing. Volume constant, temperature increasing. Simple. Okay. Now B to C. Volume increasing, pressure increasing, Y proportional to X. Volume increasing, pressure increasing, Y proportional to X. So from point B, line passing through origin should be there. On this line somewhere our curve should lie. Some portion of this line will be our curve. Volume increasing, temperature increasing. This is B to C. This is B to C. Volume B to C मध्ये काय होते बाळ? Volume increasing, right? Volume increasing, temperature increasing. Okay, you can have some point C here. Okay, sir, fine, no problem. Now let's do the next thing. C to D, we have C now here. Volume and temperature we have to look at. Volume and temperature. Sir, volume constant, temperature decreasing. Volume constant, temperature decreasing. Volume constant, temperature decreasing. So from C, we have to keep volume constant and temperature decreasing. So somewhere on this line we will be having our graph. Somewhere on this line we will be having graph. Okay. We don't know where exactly point D will lie. So we cannot just plot that point. So for that we have to look at the diagram again. Chart again. But we are at least sure about the arrow. We are at least sure about the arrow. C to D, volume constant, temperature decreasing. C to D, volume constant, temperature is decreasing. We at least sure that on this dotted line there will be somewhere point D. Fine. Now look at the point. Look at the curve D to A. D to A, volume decreasing, temperature decreasing. Volume decreasing, temperature decreasing. Volume and temperatures are decreasing. Okay. Volume and temperatures are decreasing, and volume proportional to temperature. Y proportional to X. So D to A graph is such that the portion D to A lies on the line passing through origin. The portion D to A lies on the line passing through origin. So this is your point D, and from D to A you have this curve which says that from D to A, volume decreasing, pressure decreasing. D to A, volume decreasing, pressure decreasing, Y proportional to mx. So this is the portion of the graph. Is that clear? Wasn't that interesting method? समझ लो का? हाँ, tell me, will you be able to convert the curves? Will you be able to convert the curves? Curve conversion type संपला. Generally, see, if you master this method, actually
if I can see this, sorry, if once I see this, I can immediately choose the graph. Okay, I can immediately choose the graph. Okay, this is because I have practiced this so many times. Okay, or I can at least eliminate the wrong options. Okay, I can at least eliminate the wrong options, because here I can see that A to B volume constant, A to B pressure increasing. So this method is so clear to me, or I have practiced it so many times, that even at the looking at the diagram, I can eliminate at least two options, or I can immediately choose the option also. Okay, so for that you need to solve the MCQs, and when you solve the MCQs, try to make this chart. Try to make this chart, because one who knows how to do this chart will automatically draw the graph. Okay, fine. Now let us move on to the next question. The next question is example number 12. Let us do that. So be everyone ready for the next adventure, that is question number 12. Let's see what it taught us, what it wants to teach us. Example number 12 says temperature volume curve of the cyclic process is shown below. Number of moles of the gas are n. Okay, number of moles, hash stands for number of moles is equal to small n. All right, find the total work done during the cycle, during the cyclic process or cycle. Find out the total work done during the cycle. Okay, so some temperature volume curve is given to us. All right, let's see if any other data is given. No, temperature and volume curve is given. See, now we are not given pressure volume curve, we are given temperature volume curve. Okay, see, it is something like this rectangular curve. Okay, it's a clockwise curve. It's a clockwise curve. This is point A, this is B, this is C, this is D. Okay, sir. This is V naught. This is 2 times V naught. This is T0. This is 2 times T0. Now don't find out area enclosed inside the curve, because it is not a pressure volume curve. Okay. If it is pressure volume curve, in that case you could have done the area enclosed inside the curve, but now you should not do that. Okay, it's a temperature volume curve. Now some of us may say that, sir, we have just learned the curve conversion, so convert this curve into the pressure volume curve and find out the area. Okay, that will take a lot of time and plenty of mathematics also, but we'll try to avoid that. See, when temperature volume curve is given, there is a method to find out the work done. There is a method. When you are given temperature volume curve, there is a method, and generally it is ensured that at least you are given 1 or 2 isochoric processes. See, process A to B and process C to D are isochoric. Am I right? When you are given temperature volume curve and you are asked to find out the work done, this is a type of question. First type of question is, give the pressure volume curve to students and ask them to find out the work done. Okay, student will find out the work done by finding out the area enclosed, and after that they try to confuse you in the sign. But when you find out area, generally you find out the numerical value and then you have to adjust the sign. Okay, but whenever you use the direct formula for the work done, there you don't have to generally care about the sign. जेव्हा फॉर्म्युला डायरेक्टली वापरता तेव्हा साइनचा विचार आपण नाही करायचा. But when you find out area or area under the curve or area enclosed in the curve, then generally you find out a numerical value and then you have to decide the sign. Fine. So when you are given temperature volume curve, this is a new type of question. When you are given a temperature volume curve and asked to find out the work done in the cyclic process, then what you have to do is this: find out which of the following are the isochoric processes. A to B is the isochoric volume constant. C to D is also isochoric volume constant. Okay, sir. It means that A to B, comma C to D are isochoric volume constant, are isochoric volume constant. So sir, when the volume is constant, no work will be done there. Volume constant, isochoric. Pressure change nahi, dV 0. If dV is 0, integration P dV will be also 0. So work done in the process AB is equal to work done in the process CD is equal to 0. Is that clear? Let me know in the chat box. First thought is finding out the isochoric processes in the graph. Number one method madli step number one. First thing is, sir, we will find out the isochoric processes and we will equate their work done to be equal to 0. Now the second task is to find out the isothermal processes. Second task is to find out isothermal processes. So B to C is isothermal, D to A is isothermal. Okay. Third task is finding out isobaric processes, but there is no isobaric process. So A to B, B to C, C to D, D to A सगळ्यांचे टास्क झाले. So sequentially एक एक गोष्ट चेक करायची असते. First task is to finding out the isovolumic processes or isochoric processes. Write down their work done. Second task is to find out isothermal processes. Write down their work done. Third task is to find out isobaric processes. Write down their work done. Fourth task is to find out adiabatic processes and writing down their work done. This is how the method is basically designed. Okay, but for time being, this type of questions they will generally ensure that you will be given a rectangular curve. Okay, only in the rarest case they will give you some non-rectangular curve, but in that case they will mention that process B to C is isochoric, and in that case you will simply write down the formula for work done in isochoric process. That type of variation we will discuss later, but for time being, let's see. Let's look at this example itself. Sir, AB and CD are the isochoric, so their work done are 0. Now next task is to find out isothermal. B to C is isothermal. Okay, so shall I write work done in the process B to C as work done in the process B to C? Isothermal work done 2.303 nRT log to the base 10, or you can take 2.303 log to the base 10 as ln log to the base 10 P2 upon P1, or sorry, my mistake, V2 upon